Welcome back, guys, and today we are looking at Panda Khan. Finally, Panda Khan is in the NECA toon line, and if anyone's been watching any of my videos for a period of time, last year I reviewed the Samurai Usagi Ojimbo, and I remember someone in the comments was kind of a naysayer. They said they would never make a Panda Khan, and I said boo to that, because in that video we didn't think that NECA would get the licensing agreement for Usagi. They did, so I didn't see why it would be any different for NECA to get the licensing agreement for Panda Khan. They worked it out, really cool, and now we finally have this figure. So for that person that was a little doubty, you're wrong. Now, I love this artwork. Of course, he never appeared in the Fred Wolf cartoon, but this was a figure that I was very fond of. And if I can find him, I'll break him out. But love the VHS style packaging, like I said in previous videos. These I still kind of hold on to. Has the turtle logo on the side, but it does have its little extra Panda Khan there. So little self-branding there. I love that artwork with the reflection of the turtles in the sword. I think that looks super cool. And ooh, just looking at that detail on the sword with the yin yang, really excited, because I think that does follow through into the actual accessory. So pretty excited. Got a nice bio here. Everyone that's worked on the toy. Opening up the window, got a beautiful product shot of Panda Khan there, and he's a big guy. I'm curious to see who he measures up to height wise, because he's pretty big. So loving what I see so far. Looks almost reminiscent to the old Playmates toy, so I'll grab that one too if I can. But in the meantime, let's get this guy out of the box, check him out. All right, here's Panda Khan out of the package, and I must say, love it. Love it already. And believe it or not, I still have my original Panda Khan, and I think this is a great interpretation. They borrowed some of the colors. You know, imagine if these had some deco on it. It's reimagined in a way where if I was going to be doing this character today, it would probably look similar. I feel like this face almost looks like a badger. And I had a variant growing up. So my brother had the one with the white face, but my guy had a little bit of a gray tone. I think there might have been a variant. So I know this is how he's supposed to be, but I wonder if I should kind of make some alterations and give him a gray face. But either way, I think they did a really great job of matching him to the original character, taking inspiration from the Fred Wolf cartoon, the comics, whatever it is. So still grabbing this old-time look and giving us this character. Of course, with the Playmates figures, they were all the same size. So to have Panda Khan be the size that he should be, I think is awesome. Just a size comparison to Michelangelo. I love that he towers over them. You know, I really don't think we have that many good guys that are this big. Maybe Rex. And if I'm thinking, I think that might be it. So maybe Rex, and I guess if you want to consider the Colossal Frog, but I don't remember in that episode if he was good or bad. I mean, he's a good guy overall, but either way, so it's good to have another big good guy character. I think that's cool. But design-wise, this is everything I could have asked for. Like I mentioned, you know, I think the face sculpt's pretty good. Love that. I think the design they did on the pads, really cool. So that's definitely calling back to the old figure. Even the colors, but they did brighten them up. But for me, the green pants and the blue top, I think that captures it. Obviously, he wouldn't be wearing gold chainmail. He would be wearing more of this gi underneath. So I think that makes more sense. But as far as the figure itself, awesome design. He has this armor all over his tunic. This is kind of a softer rubber, so hopefully you can move the legs better. And then he has those nice sandals. And I don't know, I just really love this face. I think it looks really good. On the back, same detail. You got the bandana tied over there. All this great line work. Another double jointed figure that is pinless, so this is good. So we're starting to see that more in NECA, although the legs are single jointed. But definitely seeing improvements on sculpts. Articulation wise, he can look down. He can barely look up. He can get his arms out. And these are soft, so you're going to be able to kind of get those arms out. He does have a bicep swivel and then double jointed elbows like I mentioned, and he comes with hands. This one has a vertical hinge, so not too shabby. No torso cut, not a problem. And then does have a swivel at the waist. Can split his legs probably about that far without me breaking it. And then single jointed knees. Let's see if I don't break it. Alright, so a little stiff, probably hate that up, but everything moves pretty well. Ankle rocker, hinge, so no problems there, so that's good. Let's go ahead and see what this guy comes with. First off, we do get another expression for him, more stoic. I wish we would have had an open mouth, growling head sculpt. I think that would have been cool. This is more neutral. At least we get the gritting teeth, which is a callback to the original figure. Pretty cool. Now, what I think is pretty interesting, that on both of these heads, this headpiece pops off. It reminds me of Mickey Mouse ears. I worked at Disney World for quite a long time, and we sold a lot of these. This is exactly what Mickey Mouse ears looks like. So this comes off. Now I like how there's a bunch of different looks that you can do with this character. So if we are looking at Panda Khan straight out of the package, he comes with this head that just has the bandana on the back. But if you wanted to, you can take the alternative head, take those Mickey ears off, and then he can have the ponytail. So that's pretty cool. So this is swappable if I wanted to take this part off of Panda Khan, put this on there. You can do that. And then there's something else that you can use also moving forward. And then if you want to put his hat on, there's a little peg there, gives you the arrow, so you just kind of match the arrows with the head and the hat, and you just slip that on. So get his face in the chin strap, and then I think that's a really cool look. Get a set of gripping hands, and these have vertical hinges, another set of gripping hands with horizontal hinges, and a set of open hands. Then you do get these claws, which I think are awesome, bear claws, so just an extension of his actual hands. I think these are really cool. Does come with a nice backpack accessory. I think this is really cool. There's space in there, so if you wanted to throw some of the accessories in there that you're not going to use, you don't have to put them back in the box. I think that's pretty awesome. And then it just closes back up at the top. This is like a soft plastic here, so hopefully you won't tear or break it. And then we do get probably my favorite accessory in the pack is this really awesome sword. So really unique blade. I love how it gets thicker at the top. The yin yang sign on both sides, and then it has a really thick grip here. So this is really cool. We've gotten so many swords in the line that look the same. This one will stand out for sure, so you'll know it's definitely belongs to Panda Khan. Now I would have liked to see some callbacks to the Playmates line's accessories, so I'm going to try taking this axe out of Samurai Usagi and seeing if that fits in the hand of Panda Khan, because I do remember always having an axe with him. I don't know if it came with him, but I do remember using that. He also came with a laser gun, which I didn't get, but either way, let me see how he fits with this axe. And this is Panda Khan posed with Usagi's axe. I think it's a little too small for his hands, but still looks cool. And here are all my samurai figures from NECA and the Toon line for those crazy people that bought 4 of these and customized them. Good for you. I wasn't about to do that, but I think this looks really cool. So having these 3 kind of paired up together, I think will look really great on the shelf. Now, I definitely love this figure. However, it does have some articulation limitations, which I think we would expect with a big bulky figure like this. But, you know, just the illustration on the box with him holding the sword with 2 hands on both sides, you're not going to get him into those types of poses, which, you know, I kind of expected it. But either way, I do love this Panda Khan. And that's all I got, folks. This is my favorite pickup of all of Haulathon. That's why I saved this video for last. But let me know what you think. Did you pick up this Panda Khan, or are you still looking for it? Hopefully you were able to grab it. And until the next episode, folks, we'll catch you next time.